Hi guys, welcome to my show. It's called Thoughts in the Kitchen. We talk about independent filmmaking here. We're here in my kitchen. It's a little cleaner than last time. A lot of people complimented me on the green cutting board we had up. I'm happy to say I cleaned it up a little bit. We are even featuring the crock pot. Let's dive right into it. So I want to talk about creating art, okay? The reason why I'm making this video is because I released a blog post a little bit ago called Why It Took a Year to Create a 5-minute short film. I wanted to kind of go into a video format and kind of explain a little bit of like what that means. Many of you know this whole last year I've worked on a 5-minute short film called Boy on the Track. The story is based on my friend Aaliyah McReynolds' book. It's a coming of age story that has dark subjects that deals with kind of depression and suicide, but also just questions of identity, just questions of like pain in life and like why pain and like evil exists in the world and stuff like that. So the reason why I spent so long working on this film was because there were so many elements of production that I had never really spent a lot of time on before. All the pre-production, casting, organizing a crew, shot lists, schedules, locations, post-production, the editing, finding visual effects artists, sound mixing, and I'm so thankful that I had a team of people that was willing to work with me on this. By the way, these chips are amazing. From Trader Joe's, white corn tortilla chips. They have a hint of lime. Any sort of chips that have a hint of lime on them are the best chips. This film had a lot of various elements in it that I had to do research on, and we were planning on shooting this over the period of 3 nights, a blue hour shoot, so like sunset and blue hour. We had this very specific window of time, and if there was any sort of weather fluctuations with wind or rain or whatever, we'd have to reschedule. A lot of the process came down to listening to other people, collaborating with other artists, other people that have done stuff, in film before, just getting different opinions from different people, because a lot of times what you do in the production, it affects so much of what you do in the post-production. A lot of it for me was just coming down to just admitting that, okay, like I don't know everything. No matter what you do, I think that's an important perspective to have. Even if you've been doing something a long time, and like, even saying, you know what, there's still always stuff to learn. My biggest point here is that life is too short. A lot of artists have this perspective where they say, create as much content as you possibly can, because you never know when one thing is going to be like picked up by somebody or just gonna just explode. I see how that is true in the sense of you wanna create as much in order for your own benefit, to learn, to grow as an artist and to learn different things. And I do agree that having different experiences, creating different pieces of art does allow that. I do have to say, when you look at it from a perspective of, I do not know how much longer I will be alive. And I know this is kind of morbid, but I think this is important, because what happens is when you realize that, okay, I don't know if I have like another month or another year, and you start realizing, okay, if I have something important to say, if I have a story I need to tell, I need to tell that now. Okay, if I have something important to say, to focus a lot of my energy on how can I say this in a powerful, unique, beautiful way, instead of saying, I'm gonna create as much content as possible. Next week, I'm gonna shoot this project. Next month, I'm gonna do this short film. There's some filmmakers like Steven Soderbergh who basically pump out like a film a year, which is absolutely crazy. That basically means that as soon as he's wrapping post-production, as soon as he's doing post-production on his last film, he's already starting on the whole pre-production for the next film, and he's already getting ready to shoot the next film. And I know there's some directors that do that, and I think Steven Soderbergh is amazing. And lately he's been getting into kind of the niche of like filming on iPhones, which is really interesting. He's a very interesting filmmaker. So much of the process is just thinking about what you want to portray, what story you want to tell, why it's important to you, why do you want to tell the story, How is this important? How does it relate to your own life? Stuff like that. And I think Steven Soderbergh is still a great filmmaker, but I don't know if he took 2 years to, all the way from the planning and production, from pre-production, it would have the potential to be a way better film than some of the stuff he does. And what he does while he creates so many films is that there's not as much anticipation. So the people that really are Steven Soderbergh fans, it's like there's another feature that's coming out so fast that there's not even any anticipation up to like, you know what, like I am so excited to see this film. I don't see articles when it's like Steven Soderbergh is in pre-production for his next film. When I look at directors like Christopher Nolan, I just read an article, Christopher Nolan is in pre-production on his next film. We probably can't even expect it to be out till late 2020. Denis Villeneuve, did I say that right? Denis Villeneuve, let's be real, nobody knows how to pronounce his name. He's shooting a film called Dune, and I believe they're just shooting it right now. Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it's still not even gonna come out till next July. But all I'm saying is for people that are artists, there is something to be said for taking time to recuperate, to watch other people's films. And sometimes you can actually get the film done really fast, but sometimes what happens is you get burned out creatively. You need time to watch great films, read articles, read books and literature and amazing things that just inspire you. I think inspiration is a great part of the process that a lot of people overlook. So many of us spend so much of our lives being uninspired, and I think it's important for us to find our creativity again and to go the places where we feel like it comes. If you have something important to say, saying it once really loudly is better than saying it so many times super quietly. If you have something important to say, if you are talking about it constantly, if you're not putting in effort into how you say it, then when you say it, people won't listen as much. That when you do put in effort to how you say something in art, how you portray life in art, there's a greater chance that people will listen because how you've said it has made the whole difference. I hope you guys are having a great month. I hope all you artists are feeling inspired. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please follow me on Instagram at Caleb_Arend, Twitter at Caleb Arend, and Letterboxd at Caleb Arend. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you in 2 weeks.